Holly Bailey found the perfect way to relax and soak up the Mediterranean sun in Italy after what can only be described as a deeply emotional and exhausting custody battle with her ex. Rapper and streamer DDG. For anyone who's been keeping up with the whirlwind surrounding her personal life over the last year. This moment of joy and serenity is more than just a vacation. It's a long overdue exhale, a return to peace, and maybe even a little slice of revenge served cool on the Amalfi Coast. The 24-year-old star, widely adored for her portrayal of Ariel in Disney's live-action The Little Mermaid, was recently spotted enjoying some well-earned downtime in Positano, one of Italy's most iconic seaside towns, known for its breathtaking views, cliffside villas and pastel-hued buildings that spill into the sea like something out of a dream. But it wasn't just the scenery that had people talking. It was the company she kept, the confident energy she exuded, and the unspoken message she seemed to be sending to the world and maybe even to her ex without uttering a single word. Halle was accompanied by a mystery man whose identity remains unknown for now, but the chemistry between them was undeniable. From the moment the paparazzi lenses caught them, they were already entangled in each other's presence. The two were seen, splashing together in the calm, clear waters of the Mediterranean Sea, laughing and stealing kisses like no one else existed. It was playful, it was passionate, and it was powerful. The world couldn't help but notice how different Halle looked, lighter, freer, and completely immersed in the moment. Wearing a bold bikini that showed off her fit physique, Halle seemed unbothered by the cameras capturing every move she made. She posed effortlessly for her dreadlocked bow, flaunting her sun-kissed curves and flashing that million-dollar smile. There was an undeniable glow about her, whether from the sunlight dancing on the water or from the inner peace she'd rediscovered. No one could say for sure. But what was clear is that she wasn't holding back. Not her laughter, not her love, and certainly not her thong, which had its own little wardrobe malfunction moment that quickly became a viral laugh online. Even that didn't faze her. It was as if Halle had entered a new chapter of her life, unapologetically herself, unapologetically happy. And while the paparazzi had a field day with the photos, capturing the mystery man's grin and his evident affection for Halle, fans were quick to point out the real story. A woman who had been through emotional turmoil was finally allowing herself to experience joy again. After all, just a few months ago, things were anything but calm in Halle's world. In May, Halle Bailey was granted temporary sole custody of her 1-year-old son, Halle, whom she shares with DDG. The decision came after she made serious and troubling allegations of domestic violence against her ex. The situation rocked the internet, with fans taking sides, speculation spreading like wildfire, and the couple who once shared red carpet moments and cozy vlogs seemingly on irreparable terms. For Halle, navigating motherhood as a new mom while fighting a legal custody battle in the public eye must have been incredibly difficult. Add the pressure of being one of Hollywood's most closely watched rising stars, and the emotional toll becomes unimaginable. Throughout the legal storm, Halle kept a relatively low profile, but behind the scenes, she was fighting for her child, for her future, and for herself. Being granted temporary sole custody was a significant moment, a judge's acknowledgement that, at least for now, she would be the primary guardian of their son. But it wasn't over. There's still a hearing set for later this month to determine the permanent custody arrangement, and the outcome will no doubt have a profound impact on all their lives, especially young Halle's. The emotional weight of such a situation can't be overstated. Fighting for custody, especially against someone you once loved, can be like grieving while still being expected to function. You're grieving the dream you once had, the family you thought you'd build together, and the version of your life you envisioned. And in the midst of all that, you have to be strong, composed, and attentive to your child's needs. For Halle, it seems that the beach in Italy was more than a getaway, was a needed escape for healing. Interestingly, while Halle is currently spending time overseas, it's not all just for pleasure. She's actually preparing to shoot her next big movie, Italiana, where she'll be starring opposite the dashing Bridgerton alum, Jean Page. The film is expected to be a romantic drama that showcases not just her acting chops, but also her ability to reinvent herself in new roles. Beyond the Disney bubble, shooting in Italy for the next few months also gives her space both physically and emotionally from the chaos back home. Meanwhile, DDG seems to be busy with his own life and possibly moving on himself. The rapper was recently linked to influencer India Love after their interactions at Streamer University began trending online. The clips of them together set the internet ablaze, with fans questioning whether DDG had already moved on or whether it was all just part of a collab. While neither party has confirmed a romantic relationship, the speculation is relentless. And in typical influencer fashion, the mystery keeps people watching and guessing. But while DDG's new potential flame is raising eyebrows, Halle's beach rendezvous in Italy feels less like a publicity stunt and more like a soft, private reboot. There's no social media announcement, no cryptic Instagram captions hinting at her new romance, just pure, sun-drenched moments captured by outsiders, not curated for followers. And maybe that's what makes it feel real. The truth is, Halle Bailey is in the middle of a powerful transformation. She's emerging from the ashes of a broken relationship and the exhausting reality of custody hearings and stepping into the light of a new identity, one where she is not just a mom, not just a famous actress, but a woman reclaiming her narrative. There's something deeply symbolic about her choosing the sea as the place to reset. After all, water is where she made her mark as Ariel, the curious and headstrong mermaid who wanted more for herself than what the world around her allowed. And here she is again, in the water, but this time not acting, not pretending, just being daughter. Fans have watched her grow up in the spotlight. From the sweet harmonies of Chloe x Halle to becoming a Disney princess, to now blossoming into a woman with depth, strength, and scars that she doesn't hide. Her resilience, grace under pressure, and refusal to let heartbreak define her are what make this chapter in Italy feel like a triumph. The photos might just show a beach day with a handsome man, but the story underneath is so much more profound. It's about survival, about rediscovering happiness, about choosing yourself. And while some might criticize her for moving on so quickly, or flaunting a new relationship in the midst of a legal battle, those who've truly watched her journey understand this isn't a rebound. It's a resurrection. She's not being reckless. She's being radiant. And after everything she's endured, who could deny her that? As the custody hearing looms, the pressure will likely return. Spotlight will shine hot again. It's the opinions, the gossip, the analysis of every expression she makes in court. Every word she says about her son or her ex, all of it, will flood the tabloids. But for now, in the salty breeze of the Amalfi Coast, it's just a young woman healing the way millions of women heal, with sunshine, freedom, and maybe a little bit of new love. The internet may never stop speculating about who the mystery man is, whether they're serious or if he'll stick around once the film wraps. But maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe his name isn't the story here. Maybe what matters is that Halle Bailey, after months of pain and heartbreak, has finally found a few moments where she isn't surviving, she's thriving, and no, it's definitely not staying dry this summer.